I will revoke China's most favored nation's trade status. You know, China says they're a growing country. We need help. They don't need help. They're doing just fine. But can you believe that they have a most favored nation? I will implement a 4-year plan to phase out all Chinese imports of essential goods and gain total independence from China. And I will hold well, that's it. We've got to do it. And I will hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable for unleashing the China virus upon the world. Nobody can afford what it is. You know, I told you before that I was very proud of the trade deal that I made with China and the farmers. But then we got hit with COVID. And I don't even talk about that deal anymore because COVID was so horrible and devastating. I talk about the USMCA, Mexico, Canada, but I made a deal that is so big. We talked about it. But I don't talk about it. This is one of the few times I mention it because it happens to be Iowa. And it's important for Iowa. But I hardly talk about that deal anymore because all of the goodwill and the good feeling and everything that was good about it got wiped out with this horrible China virus that came in. COVID, they call COVID-19. What's COVID? What is COVID? It's the China virus. It is the China virus. And it came in and it wiped out all of the goodwill. It was I would go around for a few months before this happened, and I'd say, we just made the greatest deal with China. It's good for China, good for us. We're supplying them with food. They're paying us a fortune. Remember I said, all the farmers, I just made a deal, because the farmers were with me. You know, China was really hitting us hard. They wouldn't do any business. And the farmers stuck with me during this negotiation. It was tough. It took 2 years, and they stuck tight. They were unbelievable. They didn't want anything. They'd interview people, and they'd say, the president's doing the right thing. I don't care. I'm losing my shirt, but the president's doing the right thing. And they stuck with me. I'll never forget that, how great the farmers were. You know, everyone always wants something in Washington. I had 39 farmers come into a meeting in the Oval Office, a beautiful, beautiful conference room. I said, I'm going to get you so much. They said, we don't want anything, sir. We just want a level playing field. I'll never forget that. Nobody else said that to me. Everyone else, they want subsidies. They want everything. The windmills. How about the windmill stuff? The windmill stuff. They get a lot of subsidy. But you know what? They want something. The farmers wanted nothing. They just wanted, I never forgot it. I tell that story 100 times. They're unbelievable people. They just wanted, they said it, a level playing field. And I will end Joe Biden's inflation nightmare and quickly rebuild the greatest economy in American history. We had the greatest economy in world history. China was supposed to take us over in 2018, was supposed for years. 2018 was the big year. I said, oh, this is a terrible thing. This is not a good, I don't want that. And we built this country so strong. We had an economy that we were leapfrogging them. They would have never caught us. And then the virus came in, and they didn't catch us anyway. But we did it twice. We built the economy twice, and we're really proud of it. I will protect Social Security and Medicare, defending our seniors from both the radical left and the Paul Ryan Republican establishment, because that's what it is. The rhinos, they're worse than the Democrats in many ways because you don't know where they're coming from, right? You don't know where the rhinos are coming. At least you know where the Democrats are coming from, and it's not a good place. But the rhinos, sometimes you don't.